If you want to dominate the high ground, then you must climb. And continue climbing. In this case, more than 3,000 feet up, a painfully steep goat track clinging precariously to the jagged rocks of the upper Helmand Valley. Until eventually you reach the welcoming committee, and the first of a series of observation points giving panoramic views of the surrounding countryside and Taliban positions. And that's just the first bit. It's taken me more than half an hour. The Marines do it in less than half that time, and they're carrying a full pack. To advance further, you leave the goat track behind and tread instead the path through the former Soviet minefield to a second OP and more breathtaking views. It's from here that a detachment of Royal Marines from Kajaki monitor the comings and goings of the enemy on the plains below.
I've seen a lot of enemy movement this morning in Kadri, so it's good to tell let the lads know down the bottom and that, keep them protected and that.
What have they been doing?
Just milling about in rubberised compounds, not doing anything like wrong, but just looking like mega suspicious and that. Just got to keep eyes on, see what they're up to. Like.
And how far away are they?
I'd say about 4.5k, 5k. So we've got these super Nikons to just aid our like viewing equipment out here.
The commandos spend a week at a time up here, living on their wits and less than appetising food. The military lure of these vantage points is clear. The Marines can see for up to 10 miles in any direction.
If you look to the south, and as the river bends around and splits off into a Y junction, if you come 12 o'clock across the open ground, there's a cluster of tall trees. Have you seen? Well, that's pretty much where we get engaged from. There's some compounds there that the Taliban frequently use. They like to engage us through apertures in a wall. But like I said before, when we first got here, if you come back to where the river branches off, the compounds that you can see there, that's where we were getting hit from when we first got here. So as you can see, we've pushed them back probably about 600 metres from that point.
You think you're making a difference? Afghanistan going to be a better place when you've gone?
I'd like to think so. I'd hate to think that the lads that have died would be in vain. I'd like to think that one day, they will prosper from us being here, and I can only hope that happens.
The Taliban are now too far away to cause any real damage to the hilltop encampment, but every now and again they take a pot shot or two. Kajaki has evolved into something of a standoff. The Marines know exactly where the Taliban front lines are, and for their part the Taliban know that the Marines can only push so far into their territory before they have to hold back, because there simply isn't enough men and equipment to grab on to a bigger patch of land and hold it. So they tend to battle at the margins and then fall back to their own lines. And so it goes on. And unless one side or the other drastically increases its manpower and munitions, there is little real prospect of major change in the foreseeable future. David Bowden, Sky News, above Kajaki.